Huh, look at that. I did not press the live button. Here I am fixing my hair in the phone. And I see, whoa, it says live. Okay. Oh my goodness, the joke's on me. Well, we may as well go live since we are. This is what I was thinking about that I wanted to say something about. Okay, so I went to a Walmart grocery pickup this morning. Oh, that was so nice. I was set up for picking up between 7 and 8, and at 10 till 7, it said my order was ready. I didn't have to go right then, but I was ready, so I went, and it took like probably 3 minutes to check in and have them put it all in the car. Oh, good morning, Carrie and Jessica. So, yeah, I got my groceries, took Grayson for a walk. While I was in the car, though, let me turn one of these lights off. That's better. Can appreciate the sun more. So, while I was in the car, I had the radio on. I listened to NPR, National Public Radio, and it was bad news, okay? And what I wanted to say is, you know, if you're waiting for the news to change and you're listening every day or several times a day, it's not gonna change. Oh, hi, Maxine. So Maxine is Carrie's mom. um, you know, the news, yes, I think that it's important to know what's going on, but you don't have to know every day or several times a day, do you? No, you really don't. Even if you're a praying person and you want to pray for the situations in the news, the Lord knows what's going on. You can ask Him to, help in those situations because it's usually a lot of the same kind of stuff, isn't it? And I believe, well, I'll put it in terms of me rather than you. I believe that my responsibility is to be the best person I can be, to make my day, my thoughts, my activities be as positive as possible, to strive not to be the problem, but to be the solution. Even if it's not an obvious thing that's affecting other people or other situations, even if it's just working on me, on the insides of me, I do believe, even if I was in solitary confinement, that working on becoming a better me will affect the rest of the world. Think about if everybody did that. Or if the majority of people, even a whole lot of people did that. I think it would be a different kind of world. Now, I just want to comment that what happens with the news is we get focused in on one situation or a few situations, and in order to stay out of sort of politically volatile areas, I'm going to pick, let's say, if there's a volcano somewhere, okay? And, for a few days, all we're hearing about is all the destruction and terrible things that have happened from the volcano. When you listen to the news, it kind of focuses your attention in, so it's almost like that's the only thing happening in the world. And especially nowadays when a lot of us are not as gregarious, we can't go out, and we don't go out and get together and go to this group and active here and there, when we're not having a lot of stimulation from other stories in our lives, from people and places and things that we personally are involved with, we can really get focused in on whatever the news is talking about. And usually that is something negative, problematic, difficult, not happy things. I tend to be a gregarious person in that I'm outgoing and I like to be involved in things. And the only way I can do that is what I'm doing right now. And thank you all for being there, those of you who are there, and for the people who make comments and start discussions and all. I really appreciate that. Because this is part of my social, what would I say? This is part of my society right now. Anyhow, so I'm just telling you, keep in mind that the news focuses you in, put the blinders on you so that you're not looking at what's going on all around you, but just in those few places that the news is concentrating on. And that can cause you to feel down. And if you don't want to feel down, don't listen to the news as much. Okay, it looks like rainbows are coming. Let me just give the little prisms a little spin and wiggle here. Oh, here we go. So, there's some. So, actually, I realized the human eye, at least my human eye, picks up the colors in these rainbows much more intensely than the phone camera is picking them up. Well, I want to have some coffee this morning. Okay, here is my espresso Vertuo. I've got my little coffee spinner all filled up. Oh my gosh. Decisions. What's this? This is a Stormio. Oh, sure, why not? Oh, that's one of Grayson's toys that makes those funny noises. Okay, so let me go get a coffee cup. Are you having fun playing, Grayson? Okay, I'll get this one so we can watch the milk. Do you like your new toy? Come here. Come here. Oh, he wants to play. He's going to have to wait because I want some coffee here. I hear you, Grayson. Oh, let me get the milk. Whoop, and around we go. The experience of watching the coffee going down into the milk is an enhancement of having coffee for me. I just like to watch it so much that I think it makes the coffee taste better. What you doing, Grayson? You want to play? I play with you when I'm done making coffee. Yes, so getting to watch it go down into the coffee enhances the whole experience for me. Oh, golly, see what happened? I put this on a plastic cutting board. Let me put this down a minute. Oh, dear. Oh, sorry. I put it on a plastic cutting board, and you've got to turn this to lock it. And when I turn it, the whole machine goes. So I need to be careful, or next thing I'll end up dumping the whole machine off the counter. Okay, and here we go with some Stormio. Stormio is a 7.77 ounce. Oh, hey, good morning, Gary. Okay, I just want to say, as you all know, I'm 69 years old, and I went to elementary school with Gary, who just came on here now. So that's, to me, that's pretty amazing because I live many hundreds of miles away from where I grew up. And I think a lot of the people I grew up with have scattered to the four winds. But to be back in touch with somebody I was in elementary school with, which is like, oh my goodness, 60 years ago or more. Wow, it's just really crazy. Well, anyhow, so here goes the coffee. Come on, Stormio, start making some pretty patterns. Oh, it's starting to go down here. And, not only does watching this enhance my coffee experience and make me feel like it even tastes better, um, but it also gives me a little bit of a sort of a relaxation time. Just watching it, it's sort of, even though I'm talking to you, I find that I'm taking deeper breaths and relaxing. I just love watching this. And that's fine. That is a good thing if during your day you take times, even if it's just a minute here or there, to do something that relaxes you. I mean, golly, especially these days, we can use all of the calmness and positivity we can get, right? I think so. Okay, let me find a spoon here. Okay. Well, I've had a lot to say this morning, and actually, if you've been listening to me, it's pretty repetitive, but I think that people have to be reminded, just like I became reminded this morning that I've got to be careful about flipping on that news because it can ruin your whole day. And if anybody, there may be somebody listening who says, yeah, but you got to know what's going on. And, because we need to be active in changing our society where it needs to change. Okay, you know what? There's not a lot going on that's different than has ever gone on, unfortunately. I know I may be on shaky ground here saying this, as far as people objecting or finding fault with me, but we know if we just worked on, did something, contributed to a solution for the things we know about, even from the past, things like that are still going on, that would have an effect on the world. We don't need to constantly be bombarded we don't need to constantly be bombarded to the extent that it causes us to be depressed. Because if we're depressed, we're not going to do anything, okay? Tamara says she quit watching the news for her own mental health. Me too. I listen every once in a while on National Public Radio in the car. And, after I've had enough is enough. Usually they'll announce anything that's new at the very beginning of the news. And many times I don't make it through the whole news because it's same old, same old. So, again, if part of trying to be the best person you can be is you are being part of the solution just by doing that. And if you can do more, do more. I didn't like Stormio when I first tried it. It's okay. I like it okay now. Okay, I'm going to be quiet now and let people have their own thoughts instead of bombarding you with mine. Thanks for joining me this morning. I really enjoy these times, and I enjoy seeing your names pop up and your comments and everything. And just so you know, I pray for you too. God bless.